So I just got off a meeting with the White House about Biden's recent announcement about the new student loan forgiveness that just came out yesterday. So I want to explain to you what they explained to me. They started out by just saying they wanted to remind us again, and they always say this in every meeting I've been on about student debt. Like, this is something that this relief is very, very, very important to President Biden. So it has been all along. And when the Supreme Court blocked his big initial effort, he basically went back to all of his departments and was like, get creative, get smart, and figure out how I can do this. And so they have really been working for months and months and months and months to sort of really think outside the box or look at things from every angle to figure out a way that they could get student debt relief to people, to Americans, other than the way that they tried first that the Supreme Court blocked, which they, by the way, the White House thinks was wrong of them to do. This plan is going to reduce debt for about 30 million Americans. So here are sort of the parts of the plan. All right, so the first part is that they are going to be canceling runaway interest for millions of borrowers. And this is, if you've taken out a student loan, you know that you have your initial amount and then there's this crazy interest that just accrues and accrues and accrues until suddenly you owe more than you did in the beginning, even though you've been making payments for a really long time. So their new plan should effectively cancel a bunch of that runaway interest for a lot of borrowers. So that alone is very exciting. Also going to automatically cancel debt for borrowers who qualify for either SAVE or the Public Service Loan Forgiveness, but who haven't applied for those programs. So they're going to find you and they're going to cancel your debt if you qualify, even if you haven't applied. They are going to cancel debt for borrowers who entered repayment 20 years ago or more if they have undergraduate loans, and 25 years ago or more if they have graduate loans, and this includes Parent Plus. And cancel debt for borrowers who enrolled in low financial value programs. This next one is huge. They're going to be canceling debt for borrowers experiencing hardship in their daily lives, preventing them from being able to pay back their loans now or in the future. I asked how this would be determined, and they said that it can be partially an application process, but also partially that they are able to read the signs of people who are in danger of falling into default, and in many cases those will just be automatically forgiven. So this is to address like young people living in cities with really high rents or people with really high childcare costs. So that's going to be a lot of relief for a lot of really struggling people. It's very exciting. You can find out whether you qualify for all of this, by the way, by going to studentaid.gov/debt relief. This stuff is all going to start materializing in the fall. Will there be legal challenges? There may, but they feel that they have worked really, really hard to ensure that this is as airtight as possible. So they're feeling really good about the chances of it surviving any challenges. They do recognize that Republicans, and in particular Republican attorneys general, have set their sights on this. So it's another reason to think about elections in terms of this is stuff that the more Democrats we have in office, the more likely this survives, and also the more likely we get more of it, because no one should have to live under crushing student debt. No one should have to make a decision between paying their student debt bills and having a child, or paying their student debt bills and taking care of an ailing family member. This is something the Biden administration really wants to help with, and so there is more help coming, and I think it's exciting.